Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Mississippi State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it on the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
There, too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to pass on second down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Looking downfield, it's Blue. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll knock him down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. He moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Duarte. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They just keep firing. Quickly to the tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19. It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him total the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a man. It's Blue. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
It's complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle with Savage. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They'll try the run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish.
Turning it on! Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's
fires toward the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella to the corner.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
ISO means we're trying to ISO a linebacker, get downhill right now. Not trying to ISO a corner and get wide and start to go outside. A lot of times when you bounce that thing that's supposed to go in the middle, those guys aren't taking the proper angles out wide. They're assuming where the ball's going, and that's inside. Good job by the...
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Beasley. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Fires left. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That's reeled in. It's busted. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Here's the handoff. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Beasley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Zings it complete to the right. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fitted in the window for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Mooney. Going deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun. Give on the inside. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll ride the hot hand. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The give on the inside. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Inside the 30. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Bulldogs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Finds it back in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the...
Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Beasley. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. He wants to throw it again. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Going to the run, it's Torres. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a crease, it's Torres. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it up to 25. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Beasley. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Mississippi State right back to the line. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got his man down the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Inside a minute to go here in the third. To the air on first down. Into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 5 over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Mooney. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Ball's in the deep ball. Finds some room. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah. Turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Beasley. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds his man down the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive game.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll try to get the first through the air. Big guy smells it. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Mississippi State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
That's a big tight end on the corner route. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Working that left side now. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, put the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field to catch the defense off guard.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw again. Right on the money. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take the deep shot. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. There's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit.
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mooney. Here's a heat. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. So now it's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Timeout called by the defense and 15 seconds to go in this one.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.